Have you ever wondered what the difference is between magic and science? Well, I've actually given it a lot of thought, and there is a difference. Now, both of them are very wondrous in their own way. But today, I'd like to perform a trick for you, illustrating the difference between magic and science. Now, for this little experiment, we're going to need 1, 2, 3 cups spun from the finest silver, and also a magic wand. This was a gift from my grandfather. He was a great magician. Every time he walked down the street, he turned into a bar. But seriously, if I told a scientist that there was a little invisible ball flying around in the air, they would never believe that, unless the little ball became visible. Now, science tells us that one solid object cannot penetrate through another. It's impossible. But this is not science. This is magic. And with magic, nothing is impossible. Now, speaking of the impossible, I'm going to attempt that now. If I place this little ball in my pocket like so, and hold it in there so it can't get out, okay? And I take my empty hand and place it on top of the cup, would it be amazing if when I moved my hand, that little red ball was back on top of the cup? Unfortunately, I don't know that one. But I'm going to learn it, and one of these days I'm going to show it to you when I do. But actually, don't be disappointed because I know a better trick. Albert Einstein told us that energy and matter are exactly the same thing. So what a magician might do is reach out into the air and grab a little ball of energy and place it under the cup. Then he'd reach out and grab another red ball of energy, place that under the cup, and then a third ball of energy and place that under the cup as well. Then they would reach into their pocket and grab some magic powder, and those little red balls of energy would become solid spheres of matter. I am now going to attempt to make these balls disappear. Should I do it separately, individually, or one at a time? I'm glad you said that. Now for the first ball, like a ghost fading through the walls of an old castle, it melts away. Ball number 2 is like a mirage shimmering on the sands of the Sahara. Now, I have a scientist friend who does the trick a little bit differently. He says, first, we take some atomic particles and we sprinkle them like so. That creates a high energy field. Then we take some heat and alakazam. I said, nicely done, Dr. Frankenstein. Of course, as a magician, it's my job to make the balls magically reappear. Now, there's a nice symmetry between 3 balls and 3 cups, don't you think? So I'll take ball number 1, put it under cup number 1, ball number 2 goes under cup number 2, and ball number 3 goes under cup number 3. Notice that my hands never leave my wrists as I tap and tap, and the balls vanish into thin air. But you know what they say, balls of a feather flock together. You know, once I was performing this for a scientist, he says, I know how you do it. The hand is quicker than the eye. I said, no, wait. I said, I'm going to slow it down so that all cheating will be fair. So look, a cup and a ball, a cup and a ball, and a cup and a ball. Even he had to admit that was fair. I said, but you know what? To make it even easier to follow, I'll get rid of a ball from here, and we'll get rid of this ball, and we'll just use the one under the center. But if I snap, a ball comes back. And if I snap over here, a ball comes back. That should just leave one under the center. Of course, it never does. Wouldn't be any kind of a trick if it did. So that's 1, 2, 3 balls. And I have a confession to make. I was using an extra ball, but it's kind of hard to see. Well, actually, 2 for the price of 1. Wait a minute, something looks off here. Ah, yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3 balls. And usually it's about this time in the trick where the whole thing goes sour. And that is the difference between magic and science.